rights, and acknowledge the welfare of our workers and our community. Please enjoy what we have in store and let us continue to evolve. Thank you.
And up next, we have our honorable premier. Please give it up.
Good morning, or afternoon now. Good afternoon. Brothers and sisters of the Bermuda Industrial Union, Bermuda Public Services Union, Bermuda Union of Teachers, Fire Services Association, Electricity Supply Trade Union, Bermuda Entertainment Union, Prison Officers Association, Bermuda Police Association, members and officers of BTUC, all members and workers across our island, members of the Bermuda Progressive Labor Party, family and friends, I bring greetings on behalf of the government of Bermuda and on behalf of the Bermuda Progressive Labor Party. Labor Day is a day to honor the workers of Bermuda. It reminds us of the strength of the labor movement and the courage of those who fought for fairness and justice. The rights we stand on today were not given freely. They were demanded, fought for, and won by Bermudians who did not just wait for permission, but stood together to claim what was just and fair. This year's theme, Labor is the Link, captures the essence of our history and our future. Labor has always been a connection between a fair Bermuda and the work that makes it possible. And it has been the link between our trade unions and the Bermuda Progressive Labor Party. From its inception, the PLP has been the party of labor. It was built by working men and women who refused to accept inequality. It was a party that gave voice to the voiceless and stood for those without a seat at the table. The PLP and the union share a bond, forged in struggle and sacrifice, which remains strong today as this government continues to work with labor to ensure that every worker in Bermuda is treated with dignity and treated with respect. That fight is not finished. In February, this government was returned to office to build a fair Bermuda. And we are keeping that promise. We delivered wage increases for public sector workers because this government believes in fairness. And that fairness demands that all workers, including our vital healthcare workers at the hospital, get their wage increase. We raised seniors' pensions in line with the rate of inflation since 2017, ensuring that those who contributed much to our island can live with dignity. We have also cut taxes on workers and families, putting more money into the pockets of everyday Bermudians who are working hard day in and day out. And I see the Minister of Economy and Labor over there, a labor man himself. It was this government that implemented the first minimum wage in Bermuda's history to protect workers from exploitation. And today, September 1st, the minimum wage increases again. These are not just policies on paper, they are real changes improving the lives of Bermudians today. Changes born from collaboration between the PLP government and our trade unions. Yet there is still more work to do. Work to ensure that families can live with dignity, to protect our seniors, and to open the doors of opportunity for young people. That is why we continue to march together. That is why we continue to educate and empower workers together. And that is why we govern with people at the center of our mission. The Progressive Labor Party remains what it has always been, the party of the people, the advocate for the vulnerable, and the champion for those too often ignored. Until every worker is secured and every family can thrive, until every Bermudian shares in a fair Bermuda, our collective work between the labor movement in politics and the labor movement in the workplace, our work will not be done. We have championed the cause of rights of workers in the past. Today, unions in this government will work side by side to shape policies that protect workers in the present, but our responsibility does not end there. We must prepare our people for the jobs and opportunities of the future. Whether in artificial intelligence, the digital economy, and new technologies like electric vehicles are no longer distant ideas. They are here today. Our workers cannot be left behind. And with training, skills, and opportunities, we will ensure that Bermudians are not just ready to face the economy of tomorrow, but also be leaders and play their rightful place in it. Labor is the link between justice and opportunity, between progress and fairness. Labor is the link that binds the Progressive Labor Party and the labor movement together. And let us be clear, when the unions and the Labor Party are not united, it is the workers of this country who lose. Together with labor as a link, we will keep building a fair Bermuda. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Honorable Premier. Up next, we will have Opposition Leader, Julian Richardson. Thank you.
Good morning, Bermuda, and happy Labor Day, everybody. What a beautiful sight to see so many Bermudians gathered here this morning. The skies may be cloudy and the march a little wet, but if there's one thing about us as a people, we don't let the weather keep us from showing up. And to be honest, I love that tank rain we had yesterday. With a family of 4, I welcome any tank rain. But rain or shine, what matters most is being together. And I'm grateful to stand here with you today, honored by your invitation to join this Labor Day celebration. I want to thank the organizers, the Bermuda Trade Union Congress, and all the unions represented here today for the kind invitation. I also want to thank the families, because Labor Day is never just about workers alone. It's about the children on shoulders, the young ones walking hand in hand, the grandparents who come year after year. It's about all of us together. Now, I know this isn't always the place people expect to see the opposition leader and leader of the One Bermuda Alliance, but I take this invitation as a sign of respect, and I want to return that respect, because Labor Day belongs to all Bermudians. It reminds us that the progress of this country was not given, it was fought for, and it was earned. So before anything else, let me simply say thank you. Thank you to those who marched before us, who sacrificed pay, comfort, and sometimes even safety, so that the rights we enjoy today could exist at all. Today is your day. This year's Labor Day theme is Labor is the Link, and it's really talking about the extraordinary story of ordinary Bermudians. We think of Dr. E.F. Gordon, the workers' doctor, whose courage helped transform grievance into movement, and whose name still reminds us that the square is sacred ground. I think of Adele Tucker and the teachers of 1919 who stood at the graveside and refused to let despair win, founding the Bermuda Union of Teachers so that children could have the future they deserved. We think of the Workers' Association of 1944, which stood up to the most powerful and said, enough. We remember the Belco strike in 1965, when workers refused to be invisible and hardship secured recognition that could no longer be denied. And we remember Audie Simmons and the general strike of 1981, when thousands marched together, teachers, hotel staff, bus stop operators, dock workers, utility workers, people from every corner of Bermuda, proving that unity can move the mountains that were the establishment, and that the size of the fighter doesn't matter so long as all fight together. These are not just stories from our past. They are victories that tell us who we are. They are proof that when Bermudians stand together, we can shape our destiny. This is what it means when we say labor is the link. And yet, brothers and sisters, this story is still being written. Labor has never had as much influence, as much say, as much authority in Bermuda as it does today. From the containers being offloaded, to the inspections at our borders, to the permits that allow businesses to move, to the classrooms that shape our children, to the sanctuaries that guide our very souls, labor is there. From the streets to the cabinet, from the shop floor to the highest office, labor's hand is on the wheel of Bermuda's future. And let us be clear, that was not given, that was earned. earned through decades of struggle, sacrifice, and courage. You went from isolated pockets of besieged workers holding back injustice to shaping every commercial decision of worth on this island. But with such influence comes an even greater responsibility. The question before us is not whether labor has power. The question is, what will labor do with that power? Because we all know the workplace still has its imperfections. Treatment of individuals, unsafe conditions, pensions not paid, outdated collective bargaining agreements. There is no such thing as a perfect job, a perfect employer, or a perfect workplace. And that is why there will always be a role for unions. But, thank you. But beyond those shop floor battles, Bermuda is calling for something more now. We are besieged not by forces we can negotiate with, but by forces that steal dignity from our people. The cost of living that crushes families, the gang violence that robs us of our young, the homelessness that now numbers more than 1,000, the Bermudians who can't afford a roof or doctor or even healthy food. And so, my brothers and sisters, I say this plainly. There is no solution to these challenges that does not involve labor. Indeed, in this moment, the only group with the unity and strength to bend the course of this country is you. And there is the one truth I know about labor. There is no challenge you have not overcome. No mountain you have not climbed. No victory beyond your reach when you stand together. The same grit that built unions, that carried us through 65 and 81, is the grit that can confront these national crises. When the history of this time is written, it will ask, what did labor do? Not only for its members, but for all Bermuda. And I believe the answer can be the same as it always has been. Labor stood up, labor stepped forward, labor led. Brothers and sisters, this is my last Labor Day standing here as opposition leader. And I cannot let this moment pass without saying how grateful I am. Grateful for the welcome you've given me, even when we disagreed. Grateful for the chance to stand on this square, your square, and bear witness to a movement that has shaped the very soul of Bermuda. We have not always walked the same road, but we are bound by the same destiny. Because the road to justice is never walked by one party, one union, or one government alone. It is walked by a people who believe in fairness, in dignity, and in the work of every worker and every family. So I leave you with this thought. Labor is the link between sacrifices of yesterday and the opportunities of tomorrow. The link between dignity at work and dignity at home. The link between courage in the union hall and hope in the community. And let me tell you plainly, Bermuda cannot afford a divided future. All roads, whether green or red, union or political, government or opposition, all roads converge on one sacred duty: to serve the people, all the time. So let us measure ourselves not by the power we hold, but by the burdens we lift. Not by the offices we occupy, but the lives we improve. And when the message or when the question is asked, what did labor do in this time of crisis? Let the answer be thundered from Hamilton to Somerset to St. George's. Labor stood up, labor stepped forward, labor led. You have built this island before, and you can build it again. And if you do, if you rise to this challenge, you will inspire a new Bermuda, one of prosperity and dignity and hope for every single Bermudian. So from my heart, thank you for what you have done. Thank you for what you are doing, and thank you in advance for what will yet to come. May we continue to stand together in unity for the future of this island. Happy Labor Day. God bless you.
Thank you. Up next, we'll have Minister of Labor, Brother Jason Hewitt.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Happy Labor Day to each and every one of you. Brothers and sisters, labor is the link. It has been the link in the past, and it will be the link in the future. But our struggle did not end in 1981. And so when one stands to a podium and speaks about how workers unite, They can't leave out when public service employees united to fight to get their salaries back during furlough days. They can't leave out when the workers of Bermuda join together with members of the public to fight against pathways to status. You can't leave out when Bermudians assemble to fight against a bad airport deal. What we won't do today is allow for revisionist history. Labor is the link. It serves as a powerful reminder how interconnected our society actually is. Labor is what makes our society strong and vibrant. It connects our history to our present. It links our economy to our community. Labor is the link between effort and opportunity, ambition and achievement, service and prosperity. Labor serves as the foundation in which the Progressive Labour Party government continues to build and shape our character and identity. It is our aim to ensure that we have an economy that works for all. We've been able to achieve economic growth and development. We will not take off our foot off the paddle to ensure that it's inclusive economic growth and development. Every job, every task, every single act of labor, from the essential frontline workers keeping this island running, to the innovative minds of the future, to the dedicated public servants who serve our people, labor is the link in the chain that makes Bermuda great. Without a valued workforce, we simply cannot thrive. Without a valued workforce, we simply cannot survive. This government has been committed, has had an unwavering commitment to the workers of this country. The PLP has been the link to a minimum wage in Bermuda. The PLP has been the link to ensuring that every workplace has bullying and harassment policies. The PLP has been the link to increasing workplace compensation for persons who get injured on the job. The PLP has been the link to increase maternity leave. We have been the link to the implementation of paternity leave policies. We have been the link to ensure that every worker is entitled to a meal break. We are the link to ensure that our service workers get to retain their tips and gratuities. We have been the link to enable persons to receive greater sums when it comes to severance pay. We have been the link to ensuring that there is mandatory consultation before redundancy. We have been the link to ensuring that workers don't get put from being a full-time worker to an independent contractor, so they have to pay their own benefits. We have been the link to preserving job opportunities for Bermudans. I'm pleased to announce that last week, we continued to roll over the restricted and closed job categories in Bermuda. That is to ensure that every able-bodied Bermudian has an opportunity to work in those careers. The PLP has been not just a link to the implementation of a minimum wage, and now we're in the process of progressing that minimum wage. So today, Monday, September 1st, the minimum wage in Bermuda now moves to $17.13. Now, some say that's not good enough. Others are calling it too much. But what they can't disagree with is that's a fundamental step in the right direction. What they can disagree with is the continued progress that this government makes on behalf of the people of Bermuda. It's not just ensuring that we expand labor protections and social protections. We're also investing in the people of Bermuda. Strategic priority 5 of our economic development strategy is investment in people. Over the last year, the Department of Workforce Development has trained and provided career guidance to over 230 Bermudans. We have not taken our foot off the gas pedal to ensure that people are trained for not just the current world of work, but also the future world of work. I'm pleased to report that our unemployment rate is now 1.6%. That is the lowest unemployment rate we've had in over half a century. After the pandemic in 2020, our youth unemployment rate was above 30%. I'm pleased to report that our youth unemployment rate is 2.4% now. We continue to invest in our young people. We continue to close the gap between opportunities and employment. Labor is the crucial link between economic growth and social justice, between progress and fairness, between the recognition of workers' rights and the well-being of our community. And we need to ensure that the labor link in Bermuda's chain remains strong. Brothers and sisters, collective bargaining agreements is a fundamental tool that has allowed for the progression of workers' rights, for the protection of workers. It is the government's expectation that both the employers and employees respect those collective agreements. Those collective agreements came off the back of the struggles of many prior to those who are currently in our workforce. Some collective bargaining agreements are 60 plus years old. Many won't understand the sacrifices that employees made in the past for the benefits we receive today. So we have to ensure that they are preserved. To the workers of Bermuda, I thank each and every one of you for your resilience, for your dedication, for your daily contributions. You are the link and the backbone to the gem of the Atlantic, Bermuda. Happy Labor Day. Three trails for labor. Hip hip, hip hip, labor.
Thank you. Up next, we have a president of the Bermuda Trade Union Congress, Brother Timothy Cian.
Good afternoon, all. I thank you for coming out today, despite the precipitation that we were experiencing this morning. I appreciate the dedication, all of you, the PLP, the OBA, and the listening audience. Thank you. On behalf of the Bermuda Trade Union Congress, we welcome you and commemorate today's Labor Day celebrations. We gather to remember the men and women that have advocated workers' rights, serving as pillars, reinforcing safer and fairer working conditions in Bermuda. This year's Labor Day theme, Labor is the Link, gives us an opportunity to consider one of the many ways labor affixes to our daily lives. Locally, labor's link historically inspired the creation of the Bermuda Workers Association in 1944. At the time, representing approximately 1,200 Bermudian workers at the Southampton and St. George's military bases, challenging the Bermuda Labor Board as they felt the board was not effective in looking out for their interests. In the embryonic stages of organized labor in this island, within the body politic of Bermuda, hard stances were taken by locals addressing pay parity and benefits compared to English workmen receiving foreign service benefits and paid nearly twice as much as Bermudian workers. Thus, this revolutionary labor movement gave rise to the Bermuda Industrial Union in 1946, and later the Progressive Labor Party in 1963. Today, there are a combined total of 8 unions and associations that work diligently for their members and collectively the greater good of labor and its people. Being stakeholders in the workforce, the Bermuda Trade Union Congress take part in various government committees, receiving consultation, giving feedback, and negotiating suggestions proposed on government policy being driven, ultimately affecting government's workers and the island-wide community. It is the view of each union we are stronger together and can accomplish more for the workers. Many hands make light work. The Bermuda Trade Union Congress was formed in 1999, having Sister Betty Christopher serve as its first president, with each union and association represented at the table. There have been 10 past serving presidents that have led the Bermuda Trade Union Congress from its inception, I making the 11th. You will receive Labor Day salutations and greetings from each serving president today that believes that unity is strength and power. Thank you very much.
Up next, we have the General Secretary of the Bermuda Trade Union Congress, Brother W. Quills.
Good afternoon, everyone. To the Honorable Premier, Ministers of the Cabinet, Opposition Leader, Members of Parliament, Senators, Presidents, and General Secretaries of unions gathered, and to union members, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Labor Day is an annual event which comes and goes every year. We parade through the streets of the capital. We sing, we enjoy fellowship and great camaraderie amongst our number. But do we truly understand the sentiment of the day? It is a day where we pause to pay homage to those who have laid a foundation, which then we have the enjoyment of those amenities for sacrifices made. We enjoy our benefits and our contracts of employment, some being completely oblivious to the processes, toiling, and skillful dedication poured out by the many men and women across our union bodies to obtain the benefits which seem to come so standard in today's employment market. From paternity leave, adoption leave, sick leave, and the list goes on. The various unions within our labor communities have remained remarkably stoic and unwavering in its determination and pursuit of fair labor practices in the workplace, and holding our government accountable to ensure that the necessary statutory provisions as it relates to the labor force are in place. In today's labor force, while we may not face equality issues of a kind that we have seen in history, nevertheless, the labor market will continue to face considerable threat to its human capital as we develop new technologies and practices in how employers conduct their business. It is for this and other observations of our workforce that the theme coined this year, Labor is the Link, because we recognize that the need to persevere employment rights and to protect the wider labor force generally is a collective responsibility which rests at the feet of every worker and is indiscriminate from whatever sector for which you are employed in. Labor Day reminds us that we must celebrate our achievements, but remain vigilant and ready to combat the new challenges in front of us, enabling the great men and women in our community to remain employed and provide food, shelter, and the ability to put funds aside for a rainy day, or to educate their children, or to look to investing in first-time home ownership. As we lay down a celebratory marker for the achievements that have occurred, we also have to set the blueprint for the way forward. This includes retooling workers whose positions come under threat from growing technologies introduced in the workforce, ensuring that Bermuda's economy benefits fairly from tax policies and are balanced when the need arises for public sector workers to assist the government with financial savings measures, better healthcare benefits under the government employee health insurance program, fostering social cohesion amongst our educators to ensure that our pupils benefit from a robust and innovative education system unrivaled by next, protecting processes under the collective bargaining agreements and ensuring that employers adhere to those agreements, and ensuring that going forward, public sector workers, and that includes you, Bermuda Hospitals Board, remain ahead of the rate of inflation. These are just some of the objectives that the Bermuda Trade Union Congress, in partnership with member affiliate unions, look to address going forward. Matthew 9:37 reminds us that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. If we truly wish to feel the impact of change in our nations, in our domestic and global labor communities, then it is now time to recognize that we are the links to a strong labor force, and for each one of us to take our rightful place and plant a piece of us into the labor movement. We may not experience instant results, but the labor force will be so much more enriched because of the active role you played in the pursuit of labor, justice, and equality. Happy Labor Day, comrades, and thank you all, past and present, for your contributions, great and small.
Up next, we have Live Wire. If Live Wire, we're going to take a break from the speeches. And okay, so and like I know Live Wire was here earlier, so then is upstairs. Okay, well we're going to keep going on, and you'll have to come after. So we've got President of the Bermuda Entertainment Union up next.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Labor Day. It begins with a thought, a what if, a idea, vision, concept to manifestation. Labor is the link. Whether it's an entree or a car, labor is the link. Who sows the seed or grows the seedlings to be transferred into fields or greenhouses? Who reaps the harvest, whether by machine or hand? Who checks the produce, making sure only good quality produce is packed? Who transports said harvest to the markets? Who purchases the ingredients for the dish? Who prepares it? Who takes the order? Who serves the order? This is just for the entree. Labor is the link. And what about that car? Even though some of the processes are now automated, someone wrote the programming and has to maintain it. Facilities have to be erected by calloused hands and aching limbs. Someone handled a shovel, paintbrush, hammer, drill, tools from the rudimentary to the sophisticated. Labor is involved in every step of the process. Everything in our homes, schools, businesses, our island, labor. Labor is the link. Labor keeps this world spinning, cool when it's hot, warm when it's cold, machines humming, code running, cell phones working, computers calculating. Remember those who have and continue to labor under harsh circumstances with little respect and even less pay and benefits. Remember those whose contributions to the manifestation of these objects have made life safer, more enjoyable. May they never be forgotten and always honored. Labor is the link. Thank you.
You know, I was looking for a song or something too, you know, because something happened, right? Tony Marie Robinson, what? Oh my goodness. All right, let me see. Live Wire come down yet? No? Live Wire has not come down yet, okay. Let me see, next. Oh, Sister Ashanti Bailey. Were you gonna say president of the, wait, oh, who's president of the Bermuda Union of Teachers? My mistake, okay. Come on, brother, you up next. You gonna say a couple of words for us, please? I'm sorry, I forgot Ashanti moved on, right? I mean, I have all your unions here and associations, so let me see. After this, we've got Electric Supply Union, Prison Officers Association, Bermuda Fire Service Association, Bermuda Police Association, Bermuda Public Service Union, and Bermuda Industrial Union.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Today we honor our founders and generations of educators who have paved the way for us today. Our mantra is as clear today as it has ever been. Labor is the link. The link between yesterday's sacrifice, today's service, and tomorrow's opportunity. We celebrate real progress today. This year's historic agreement was won through unity and determination. And every union member who stood firm during our negotiations this year deserves our greatest respect and heartfelt thanks for their contributions to these victories. Of course, some vital links remain strained and must be resolved quickly because trust depends on follow-through. We're still seeing delays in school appointments, the absence of a new teacher orientation, and attempts at policies being rolled out without consultation. We must remind all stakeholders that policy done with people is policy that works. We are also compelled to reassert that trust isn't declared, it's demonstrated in the details. Trust and respect only thrives when we are comfortable that nothing about us is decided without us. To the minister and government, this union is your partner. We may not agree on every issue, but we must engage. When we link our arms early, often, and openly, it is our students who win. Respect is more than applause. It's consultation, timelines, and delivery. When labor and government work, Bermuda works. Today we celebrate all workers, from classroom to clinic to bus route. Labor is the link that keeps Bermuda moving. Finally, today, we call for our members to stay organized, support your union representatives, answer key surveys, attend trainings, and continue to trust in your union. To the Bermuda public, expect consultation, clarity, and delivery from all of us. Hold us accountable as we continue to work assiduously for the future prosperity of our shared home. If you want a stronger Bermuda tomorrow, stand with all workers today. Labor is the link. Let's keep it strong. Thank you and happy Labor Day.
Thank you, my brother Jonathan Tankard. Up next, we've got Bermuda's own Live Wires.
Great day, everyone. Great day, great day, great day, great day to you. This time on this the right time. Come on, you can turn it up, please. How you doing, everyone? I want you to know that I am the man who fights for the right and not the wrong. Somebody can say this, I'm saying that. They're going here, I'm going there. So you will find out that I'm supposed to be. Sing on, make it sing along. Come on. Like a balanced. You see, this man don't show no one, but if you trouble this man, it's gonna bring a bamba. So what a bamba, 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 bamba. So what a bamba. Yo, I did early in the morning, I will praise his name. Did early in the morning, I will praise his name. I sing glory, hallelujah, to the highest I give praise. I sing glory, hallelujah, to the highest I give praise. Another breath. I like this. Yo, hey, I know the people I name is Nazi. I don't think like about the rules. I never ever tell you about Nazi. You wanna say I don't know, but murder she wrote. Another night, murder she wrote. Say murder she wrote. Another night, murder she wrote. But I say I pretty face and bad character. Then the type of things that can hold back. Listen to me. I pretty face and bad character. Then the type of things that can hold back. You're pretty. Yes, you're pretty, but you can't read that dirty. Yes, you want to flirty. That's how we come big. I'm so sorry. And I mean, you made a mistake. I call you sorry. Hey, black girls, they don't bleed. They don't bleach out just in the wrong bleed. They look like they're brown and they don't bleed. Don't bleach out just in the wrong bleed. They look like they're brown and can me honor you. Cause you don't bleach out. Say you don't go up and people look like they're brown and can me honor you. Cause you don't bleach out. Say you don't go up and people look like they're brown and yes, I. Pull up. Yes, I. United we stand. United we stand. And this is what we say. We come from the red, gold, and green. You see it. Full on! All for one for all. All for one for all. You see it. United we stand, divided we fall. Press back. Respect. Love them every time. Top baller. Yeah, you. Yeah, man. Mr. Father. Yeah, Father Mountain. There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. Sing on. If you listen carefully, that you will hear. This could be the birds jumping. Might this be out. Many more will have to suffer. Many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be. A place called Derby. You see, one and all got to play reality now. No one trying to find the answer to all the questions there. No one knows it's impossible to go living to the past. Don't tell no lie. There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. Yeah, All right, give me the next track. What's the next track? Huh? I sent him a whole email full of tracks, right? It's ya, it's ya, it's ya. Rastafari. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Every single night. Thank you for your mercy. I love you till the sunshine on my face. You're full of wonders and signs, transcending space and time. We keep that the part of mind. We living in a serious time. Full of your wrong and crime. Don't let no one blind your eye. Then try till I see deep at the sea. Feeling the past is foolishness to believe. I see with my heart, my soul and my body. To extract the light of the dawn. To extract the light of the dawn. Okay. I've never met one like him. All right, put it back to the top. All right, so that gives your time. It's ya, it's ya. Drop the ball. Thank you for your mercy. Let me feel something on my face. Your wonders and signs, transcending space and time. We keep that the part we find. We live in a serious time. Full of your warm and kind. No one blind your eye. Let's try till I feel things at the sea. The past is foolishness to believe. I see with my eyes, my soul and my heart proclaim to extract the light of the dawn. I thank you for your mercy. I love to feel the sunshine on my face. I thank you for your mercy. I love to feel the sunshine on my face. Oh, yes, I praise the Most High. I bless the night with making a joyful noise. Yes, I all under Rastafari. Ethiopia, Enter I Selassie. I love ya every way. Oh, I love ya every day. I thank them in the song when we sing that I say. Put me in the song, get on your knees and pray. Thank you for your mercy and your grace. I love to feel your sunshine on my face. Thank you for your mercy and your grace. I love to feel your sunshine on my face. With this lead away, positivity is in charge of the day. Goodness God will lead you the right way. To me, naturalistic and the purpose I hate. Just grace, I thank Him for the mercy and grace. Just grace, I thank Him for the blessings every day. Just grace, I thank Him for the sunshine and rain. Just grace, thank you for your mercy and your grace. I love to feel your sunshine on my face. I thank you for your mercy and your grace. I love to feel your sunshine on my face. I thank you for your mercy. 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 And I thank you for your grace. I thank you for your mercy. I praise the Most High. I bless Him and I do it making a joyful noise. Yes, I call on Rastafari, Ethiopia, Emperor I Selassie, I. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Livewise. We appreciate that. Coming up next, we've got the president of the Electric Supply Union, Brother Kevin Pilgrim.
Yeah, good day, everybody. Good day, brothers, sisters, friends. First and foremost, on behalf of the entire ESCU family, happy Labor Day. Today we gather to celebrate labor under the theme, Labor is the Link. This theme should be more than a statement. It is a reminder of the truth that we live every day. Without labor, there is no progress, no prosperity, and no justice. Labor is the link between economic growth and social justice. Workers create the wealth of nations, yet too often that wealth is concentrated in the hands of a few. Too often prosperity is hoarded at the top, while those who build struggle at the bottom. Let me be clear. Prosperity must be shared, not hoarded. Shared prosperity is fairness. Fairness means that when companies thrive, workers should thrive also, not just economically. They should also thrive mentally and socially too. Fairness means wages that match the cost of living, benefits that support families, and safe workplaces where lives are not gambled for profit. Fairness means executives and board members don't celebrate record bonuses while workers are told all too often to tighten their belts. Prosperity that excludes the very hands that built it is not prosperity at all. It's called exploitation. Growth without fairness is not progress. It is called exploitation. Earners must be held accountable not just for chasing profits, but for how those profits are earned and how they are shared. They are accountable for ensuring safe workplaces, for treating workers with dignity, for paying fair wages, and for respecting and abiding by collective agreements. Workers create every ounce of wealth, yet too often that wealth is concentrated at the top, while those who built it struggle to make ends meet. It is also unacceptable for companies to cut corners on safety and put lives at risk in the name of efficiency. True leadership is measured not by how much is extracted from the workers, but by how much is invested in them. That means proper safety training, proper protective equipment, and the enforcement of standards. And those standards need to be adhered by all workers and management alike. Those are standards that put people before profits. True leadership in business is measured not by what is taken, but by what is given back. And that given back to the people who make that business successful. Governments must also be held accountable. Government officials are elected to serve the people, not just the privileged few. Government officials are accountable for creating laws that protect workers, for enforcing labor standards, for defending the right to organize, and that economic policies don't widen the gap between rich and poor. Ensuring that economic progress lifts everyone, a government that turns a blind eye to inequality, that weakens labor protections, or that sides with corporations against its own citizens is failing in its duty. When governments neglect accountability, they weaken the purpose of democracy itself. But accountability does not stop with just employers and governments. It also rests with us, the workers. Accountability is both our duty and our honor. It is our duty to give our best each day, to take pride in our craft, to uphold standards of safety and excellence, and to respect the rights and contributions of our fellow workers. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and each of us must be strong, reliable, and responsible in the work that we do. At the same time, accountability should be our honor, because when we show up, when we give our all, when we stand shoulder to shoulder with one another, we demonstrate the dignity of labor. Our accountability strengthens our credibility. It shows businesses and governments that our demands for fairness are not empty cries, but rooted in responsibility and integrity. But just as we call for accountability from businesses, governments, and workers, we must also expect accountability from myself and my colleagues as labor leaders and our executive council members. We as leaders must serve with integrity, transparency, and courage. Us as union leaders must never forget that it is our duty to you, the workers, not to ourselves. If any of us as union leaders seek power without service or recognition without responsibility, it dishonors the very movement that we all represent. True leadership in labor measured not by speeches or titles, but by how faithfully we fight for the people we are chosen to represent. My fellow colleagues, let's always adhere to this saying: attitude reflects leadership. Above all, labor is the link between the recognition of workers' rights and the well-being of our communities. When workers are respected and responsible, families are stronger, children are given brighter futures, children are given the chance to inherit opportunity instead of inheriting troubles. Communities are strengthened because workers are respected, and also when every worker returns home safely at the end of the day. By doing this, society as a whole is lifted up. That is why the fight for workers' rights is not just about the workplace. It is about the very fabric of our communities. On this Labor Day, let us honor those who fought for the rights that we enjoy today, and let us all recommit ourselves to accountability at every level. Business owners must be accountable. Governments and politicians must be accountable. Union leaders must be accountable. And we, the workers, must also be accountable. Because labor is the link, but accountability is the chain that binds fairness, justice, and prosperity together. This is our duty, this is our pride. Happy Labor Day, and remember, solidarity always.
Up next, we have President of the Prison Officers Association, Brother Timothy Cian. Yeah, he's back again somewhere.
Yes. We're in a different hat now as Prison Officers Association Chair. I'd like to greet you all again, and thinking on this year's theme. Labor is the link. Labor links us to every aspect of our lives. There is no one more important than the person that you're sitting next to, because we all work collectively and harmoniously to create a way of life that is humane, fair, and equitable. We all work together for a life that is fair and equitable. I'm going to go a little bit into history, as often I like to read a lot of history and interested and have a passion for law, just to give those of you that may have forgotten what it is we're actually having to face in this struggle of working together. The Bermuda government has a responsibility to its investors. I get that. I understand it. Money makes the world goes wrong. Devil's in the details. But it comes a time when we have to think about what is most humane for the public in our negotiations, in our awards, and our increases. It comes a time when we have to be fair to ourselves in the sense that we cannot divide ourselves because of political affiliations, because of religious affiliations. We are all one people. All one people. We're all working towards the same thing. peace, and humanity. To live humane. We have to be reminded that this is a corporation. It gives services and goods. At the end of the day, the corporation cannot be bigger than the people. The corporation is worrying about profit. And I heard someone say, we're worrying about survival. That's absolutely what it's boiling down to. In 2010, you had the Public Bodies Reform Act. And it expressed and explained that there are going to be severe cutbacks. And we've been experiencing these cutbacks for the last 12 years. The government has a right to manage a corporation and reorganize and manage as they see fit, but not if it imposes in the human decency of the worker. I'm going to say it again. The Bermuda government has a right to manage the corporation and its affairs, but not if it's to the detriment of the worker. There are international principles in play here, even guaranteed to you in the 1968 Bermuda Constitution Order, where it speaks in Article 1, your inalienable rights. One of those inalienable rights is the right to property and security. I don't think you guys heard me. It is the right to property and security. What is your time? Isn't that your property? Aren't you secured in your property by giving time in exchange for currency? That's an inalienable right that cannot be transgressed on. And the Bermuda Trade Union Congress and the conglomerate unions are here to support the workers, that we can negotiate the fairest settlements going forward. And it's not about a win for us or a win for government. It's about what's the most humane thing to do for the people that have to live on this island. It's going to be a long journey because Bermuda has a bright future. Bermuda's a petri dish right now of development. We're experiencing gentrification and higher costs of living, and all of these things affect our everyday lives. I'm sure you see it when you go to the grocery stores. I'm sure you see it in real estate and in basic goods and services that you partake and enjoy every day. So we have to now buckle down and work together and not let our differences separate us in our main goal and aim to have a humane and comfortable life. I just want to, again, thank you all for coming out and see us rain, and I was going to take another minute, but I'll cut it short. I thank you all for coming out. We are only strong together, and I look forward to seeing you next year for our next year's Labor Day celebrations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And next we'll have Brother Shine Haywood.
Fast forward. Fast forward, Nikita.
All right, a change of. All right, this one to change of plans. We're going to go straight with the speakers. From the Bermuda Fire Service Association, we're going to have Brother Dean Smith.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Good afternoon, all. I just want to give my apologies for my president as he couldn't be here today.
but myself as the treasurer will represent him in our Fire Service Association. Labor is the link. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, esteemed guests, colleagues, and honored guests. Labor, the lifeblood of us all. Today I stand before you to celebrate labor, not merely as a means of survival, but as a profound need that binds us together. Labor is the heartbeat of our communities, the foundation upon which our societies are built, and the bridge that connects us diverse backgrounds and aspirations. Happy Labor Day to all the hardworking men and women across the island, from the docks to the classrooms, from the office to construction sites, and from every front line in between. Each of us contributes our unique skills and perspectives, weaving a rich tapestry of human experience. It is through labor that we express our creativity, our determination, and our commitment to progress. We are people that look out for our community where you or your families cannot. In every corner of our society, labor fosters relationships. It builds friendships among co-workers, creates networks of support, and cultivates mutual respect. When we work together, we share our dreams, face our challenges, and celebrate our successes. This collaboration is what empowers us to overcome obstacles and achieve collective goals. Moreover, our labor underscores our shared humanity. Whether we are crafting products, providing services, or nurturing the next generation, our efforts reflect our values and aspirations. The dignity of work transcends borders, cultures, and languages, reminding us that we are all a part of a large human family. As we move forward, let us recognize labor as a source of pride and a pathway to unity. Let us advocate for fair working conditions, respect for all professions, and the recognition of the incredible contributions made by every worker. Together, we strengthen the links that hold us together, ensuring that no one is left behind. As firefighters, labor is not just about the tasks we perform, it is the lifeblood that connects our strengths, our resolve, and defines our mission. I stand before you today not just to represent myself, but to speak on behalf of my brothers and sisters in uniform, those who answer the call day and night, not just when fires blaze, but in every kind of emergency you can imagine. Each day we don our uniforms and step into our roles with a shared commitment to protect our community. From the firefighters battling flames to the EMTs providing critical care, every task we undertake is infused with dedication and purpose. Our labor is a testament to our courage, our training, and our unwavering resolve to serve. While labor within our service goes beyond individual action, it exemplifies teamwork and collaboration. Whether responding to emergencies, conducting drills, or engaging in community outreach, we rely on one another. Our diverse skills and experience create a powerful synergy that enhances our effectiveness. It is the trust we build through shared labor that all allows us to face challenges head-on, knowing that we have each other's back and your back. When your granny falls in the bathroom and can't get up, we're the ones who come. We help her up gently, check her, and make sure she's okay. We do that. When your cousin wipes out on a bike and there's blood and panic and fear, we're the first on scene, first care, first with all calm. Yes, we do that. When a car flips on the causeway or someone starts breathing or a child's in distress, before you even hang up with 911, we are already on the way. Yes, we do that. Moreover, our labor reflects our commitment to the community we serve. Every call we answer, every life we save, every fire we extinguish represents our collective effort to make Bermuda a safer place. It is through our labor that we forge lasting connections with residents, earning their trust and respect as the frontline protectors of their well-being. But let me tell you something else we're about. We're about service, we're about sacrifice, we're about community, we're about showing up every single time. On this Labor Day, I want to remind all of us that the work we do, whether it's responding to a heart attack, pulling someone from a wreck, or simply helping a senior who needs a hand in old labor and in all matters. As a father, I want my children to grow up in Bermuda with values workers that sees us not just as uniforms, but for our humanity. As a Bermudian,
I believe in community where labor is respected, protected, and empowered. Labor built this island, labor sustains this island, labor will carry this island forward. As we navigate the demands of our roles, let us remember that labor is also about personal growth and resilience. Each challenge we encounter is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. By embracing our labor with passion and dedication, we not only enhance our skills, but also strengthen the fabric of our service. Many people assume our job is only about putting out fires. The truth is, our work is far broader and often more personal. We are fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunts, godparents, neighbors with families and roots in the same communities we protect. We are first responders, and our calls for help come in many forms. Our work doesn't end. Our work doesn't always fit the image people have of us. It's physically demanding, emotionally taxing, and deeply rewarding. It requires training, courage, compassion, and a willingness to put others first. On this Labor Day, we honor our entire team, from firefighters, EMTs, to dispatchers, mechanics, support staff, whose dedication keeps Bermuda safe every day. If you're searching for a career with purpose, a job where you can make a real difference in people's lives, consider joining us. Community Fire and Rescue Service offers rigorous training, lifelong learning, and the chance to serve your community alongside a team that becomes family. Firefighters in Bermuda are represented by the Fire Service Association, the FSA, which advocates on labor matters such as wages, benefits, working conditions, and pensions. At this time, I would like to take this moment to commend our mechanics for their dedication in keeping our apparatus and trucks operational, enabling us to respond effectively to emergencies. I also want to recognize our brilliant dispatchers who tirelessly handle calls, often enduring verbal abuse and hearing cries of our community, all while ensuring the safety of the well-being of our island. Let me also take a moment to recognize and appreciate my fellow firefighters and the EMTs of KEMH for their unwavering dedication and services to our community. We're not here for glory, we're here to serve, to protect, and we are your first line of defense. In conclusion, let us honor and celebrate labor as the essential bond that unites us all. It is through our collective efforts and shared purpose that we build a future where every contribution is valued and the connection formed to foster a stronger, more inclusive society. So this Labor Day, let's honor all workers. Let's stand in unity. Let's speak up for dignity, safety, and fairness, not just for ourselves, but for the next generation. Because we are firefighters, we are your EMTs, we are your family, we are your front line. As a member of the Fire Service Association, let us take pride in the honor, the labor that binds us together. Our unwavering commitment, teamwork, and dedication enable us to overcome challenges and serve our community with honor. Together, we continue to build this legacy of excellence that inspires future generations. Truly, labor is the link that strengthens us all. Labor is the link.
Thank you. Bermuda Police Association President Kenton Trott is not able to be here, so we're going to move right along. President of the Bermuda Public Service Union, Armel Thomas. And then after that, we'll have the President of the Bermuda Industrial Union, Brother Chris Furley.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. On behalf of the executive officers, general counsel, trustees, delegates, division council, shop stewards, and the secretariat, I give solidarity greetings to everyone. Happy Labor Day. I got a few things, but when they come, I will just address Minister of Labor and also address the Premier. Minister of Labor, relax. They ain't that tough, but relax. It's a joy and honor to stand here with all of you, representing the members of the Bermuda Public Services Union. We are proud workers contributing to the heartbeat of this country. Today we gather to celebrate, yes, but also to reflect. Because we know that every benefit we enjoy today was not handed to us. It was fought for. And that includes the recent salary uplifts secured for many of our members. Let's take a moment to recognize what that means. It means progress. It means recognition. It means the value of our work has been acknowledged. It didn't happen by accident. It happened because we came together. It happened because we negotiated. It happened because the collective never stopped pushing. Let me be clear though. While these salary increases are a step forward, it's not the final step. I recently spoke with one of our members, a woman working full-time in the public sector, raising 2 kids, doing everything right. She told me that while the increase in pay helps, she still feels like she's just one emergency away from the financial crisis. And she's not alone. Because even with this progress, we know the cost of groceries hasn't gone down, rent hasn't gone down, the pressure on working families hasn't gone down, my sister union's lights, Belco, hasn't gone down. So while we are pleased to, while we pause to celebrate this win, we do not become complacent. We are still fighting for a true livable wage. We got an increase, I think, starting today. We are still fighting for affordable housing. We are still fighting for security in retirement, respect on the job, and a future where no worker is left behind. Let me just pause there on that fight about retirement. Mr. Premier, read to it. Okay. Minister Labor, can you let him know about this message here? I'm a little disappointed in the collaboration when it came to the TUC in regards to pensions. Bermuda government workers have the best pension scheme in the world. Bermuda government workers have the best pension scheme in the world. Why are we moving this age to 68 or to 70? Or we had to come and say, look, can we make an increase? Unions, can you make an increase? We'll make an increase. When we get to 70, or before 70, we have people fighting more mental health issues, chronic disease. I'm supposed to actually work all my life, and now I've got to wait to 70 to get a full benefit. It's not going to happen. So I wish that we can talk a bit more before rushing into this. And you know what? And we're still fighting to protect the workers' right to unionize. In fact, the BPSU is currently in a fight to ensure that the law regarding union certification is upheld and enforced. Despite the BPSU following the legal process to unionize a private company by successfully winning the certification ballot, the company refuses to recognize the union as a sole bargaining agent for its employees. You know, Mr. Minister of Labor, was one time you looked up to me. Now I look up to you. I look up to you to make sure that in this legislation, the union is recognized. We have a certification. It was 2023. It's now 2025. So I plead with you. You mentioned the name of the person earlier. I wouldn't make mention of the name. All I'm asking you, I have the certification ballot. Please enforce your powers. That's all I ask. Thank you. This actually illustrates the vital role unions continue to play in fighting to protect workers. That's what today is about.
Labor is the link between our work and our worth. The link where Bermuda is and where Bermuda must go. Let us also remember the voices trying to weaken unions haven't gone quiet. There are still those who try to divide us, who claim we're asking for too much, who forget that without labor, there's no Bermuda. But we know better. We know the power of unity. We have seen it in negotiations on the ground, in the lives of our members. And that's why we should keep showing up, shoulder to shoulder, step by step, win by win. We've made progress, but the road ahead is long. So let's keep walking together. Let's celebrate today and prepare for tomorrow. Because together we're stronger. Together we're louder. Together we're unbreakable. Labor is the link, and the future belongs to us. Happy Labor Day. Yeah. On that note, onward and upward together.
Thank you. Thank you. And up next, President of the Bermuda Industrial Union, Brother Chris Frederick.
Thank you, Sister Nikita. Happy Labor Day. Labor is the link. Labor has always been the link. Past, present, and will be the future. Some things we shouldn't take for granted, understanding that when we say labor is the link, we're talking about a guaranteed work week. We're also talking about benefits, whether it's sick leave, whether it's vacation, you name it. The Employment Act 2000 gives you 8 days sick leave. Most of our agreements have a minimum of 20 days sick leave up to 40 days sick leave. So when we talk about labor is the link, we're talking about organized labor. So understanding if you want better working conditions, join labor. Become unionized. I'm not going to be that long today. I want to mention one other thing because I do understand you've had a lot of speeches today, a lot of speeches. There's been repeats of certain things. But what I would like to do is challenge the government. And when I say challenge the government, because whilst I appreciate we do have a minimum wage, whilst I do appreciate that it's something that we didn't have before, and we can be thankful for what we got it now, we have to stack that up against Bermuda's high cost of living.
I missed the summit on the 23rd of June, 25th of June. I was away. If Bermuda is going to address this real high cost of living, we simply cannot do it by simply moving the minimum wage by $1 and thinking, well, we're going to make all kinds of gains. The gains will happen when we reduce Bermuda's high cost of living. And the reason I say that is because there are only 4 countries in 2024 around the world that have a cost of living index over 100. 4 countries in the world. Bermuda happens to be number 1 at 133. The lowest country is over 100 is 102, but it's only 4 countries. The reason why we have the problem that we have is because this index is too high. Until you address that, you can move wages by $1, but until you bring that down, you've heard me say this before, I will continue to say it. Country-wise, Bermuda, as I said, we've got 4 countries that have index over 100. Cities in the world. We probably got maybe 500 or 800 cities in the world. There are only 7 cities in the world. 7 cities that have an index over 100. How much of Bermuda happens to be leading the pack? So you want to talk about addressing Bermuda's high cost of living? The way to do it is to bring the cost of living down. Let me give you a quick example. In 2009, Dr. Brown, and it could have been 8, has suggested that we should reduce healthcare costs by 15%. Think about that, what that would mean. Let's just not say 15, let's pick 10. If you're in your employer right now, you have a health care plan with your employer, and it's your employee, child, and spouse. Yeah, private health insurance is probably 40 grand a year, and it's probably 45. I'm picking 40 for the example. So right now, the employer is paying 20,000, you're paying 20,000. Just imagine if you cut that by 10%. it's $4,000. It's 2,000 savings for the employer and 2,000 savings for the employee. When the Premier talks about bringing down the cost of their business and bringing down the cost for the average minute, that's the way how you're going to get it done. So look at insurance, look at housing, and if you address those two main issues, we can really bring down Bermuda's cost and give Bermudas the real help that they need so they can make sure that labor is the link and we can continue to have a brighter future for Bermudans. Thank you very much. And I'd like to say that hopefully by next September, we can see progress on this so that we're not going to be having the same conversation again about, we'll be able to bring down the cost of housing insurance. We'll be able to bring down the cost of rent. Because those are two key issues in Bermuda's cost of living that's causing them to have the real issues that they have and not having real disposable income. Very important. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, we've got Shine Hayward, and then after that, we're going to have the Joint Labor Day Committee, their first Honorary Acknowledgement Award. Okay, all right, I'm going to talk just a little bit. All right, Joint Labor Day Committee, first Honorary Acknowledgement will be going to Brother Derek Burgess and Brother Edward Bowe Jr. for their commitment, dedication, and service. Following that, we're going to have entertainment by Lady of Royalty, former Bermuda Idol winner. We're going to have a solidarity message by Brother Glenn Fubler. And then we're going to have the Bermuda Idol winner for 2007, Loretta Adderley, and One Body in Christ Movement for God's Purpose. And then the closing remarks will be done by Brother Kevin Graham. So up next, we've got Brother Shine Hayward.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, a little change of times going on in the island here. We gotta pay attention, talk to our young brothers.